Rooted and rising family, welcome in. Welcome in. Let's take a deep breath. Wonderful, wonderful. Told you I always laugh at the end of that. I don't know why. It just makes me feel so wonderful. Let's ring the sound bowl. Okay. Let's get our disclaimers out of the way. Out of the way, all right? This will be a collective reading. It means everything is not for everybody. That means multiple energies will be picked up, right? For the reading, okay? So, of course, take what resonates, leave what does not, all right? Some things may still be unfolding, so it may not be relevant right now, but on down the line, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, next month, on down the line, you're like, aha moment, okay? So we take what resonates, we leave what does not, we don't force it to fit. Might be words of wisdom or advice, all right? Might be something somebody else needs to hear, all right? And a lot of it may just really resonate with you, all right? So if it's just entertainment for you, that's great. You want to sit in my energy, wonderful, okay? That being said, tarot and oracles are not gender specific, all right? Masculine and feminine energies is not pinpointing male, female, all right? So if we have something like the Queen of Cups, we're not saying that this is a female, all right? We're saying this is a very intuitive, emotionally mature person, some, things like that. So it's not saying this is talking about a woman, all right? Now, I will at times speak male, female, because that's my personal preference, but it's not me saying that's yours, or it should be. So it's up to you to put your pairings however you choose to put them, all right? Align it however it works or matches for you, all right? Okay. All right, let's get started. For a tarot deck, this deck I haven't used in a while. I really like it. I do have the guidebook out only because this is the Wildwood Tarot deck. I love the illustrations in it. It does some different things that we won't, totally work with all of it today. Don't have enough time. And we want to make everything beginner friendly, right? But only because some of the words or some of the names of the cards don't directly correlate to the tarot. They're very different, so I might have to reference it because it may not align. None of them aligns really with the tarot at all. The major arcana are very different, so I might use it for that. All right. And I also wanted to work with the archetypes. We did this one time before. I have this out just to show you how the box would look. This is the guidebook. We may use it, we may not. But it's just for me to show you how it looks for people who like to know how something looks, because like, oh, I like that. That's interesting. I'm going to play around with it. Then they know, how it looks, and so they can research how to find it. It's not a mystery as to what's being used. That being said, though, this particular tarot, Wildwood Tarot, they're the prettiest cards, like nature. They're very nature cards. They're so pretty. All right. But the symbolism in the guidebook is really cool because it goes beyond just the Queen of Stones is bare. I love it. Pretty. It goes beyond just like the meanings. It dives a little bit deeper. All right. But we won't go that deep because, it's for people who are more so into that. All right, but when we say bows, that's our wands. That's that wand energy, right? Stones. Think of stones as like earth energy, right? So that's our pentacles. Our vessels. We know a vessel is a cup. So cups. Arrows. Swords. Okay? Okay. All right, so let's get started. I don't want that to time out. We can start off with the Oracle deck. we will, because while I was, I don't want that to fall. Anyway, while I was, I guess, just trying to get everything ready and taking it out of the box, this one slid out, the river. Oh, this one too. The river slid out, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. All right, that's really interesting, and we'll keep it. And we'll keep it. Now we'll do these and we'll definitely clarify. But this is, I just thought it was such a beautiful card. I was like, oh, that's beautiful. The river, the rivers, right? It's like, it's movement, right? It's another one that just kind of popped out and you get to shuffle. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder if I should, and it was at the end. Okay. But anyway, the river, we're already starting out with something so beautiful. All right, movement. A journey. Think when you go down the river. Think, I was about that old song. Down by the riverside. Down by the riverside. That's an old one. Down by the riverside. Down by the something, river of love. Something is so old. It's a very old hymn. Even, it would be more like maybe even my grandma, maybe even before her, when she was at her time. But I can't remember because I haven't, sang it in so long, or, heard it in so long. But the river is a journey. Think about what you usually do on the river. All right. When the river moves, it can be quite turbulent movement, quite quick movement, fast movement. But the river doesn't usually stay still. You travel down the river, right? Used to journey down the river. You got to think, even, at times when, they don't like to say people who were once in captivity wanted to get away, used to use the river. But the river has so much symbolism. I was like, wow, that's such a beautiful card to kind of fall out the deck. It speaks of transition, right? A couple of readings ago, we got the death card, and that's something ended, right? And something ends, well, something is beginning. That's a new life. All right. But if something ended and something's beginning, you usually have a transition period, and the river is transition. It's movement, but it's a transition. I love it. All right. I shouldn't say for only Christians, but Christians are familiar with water and it being healing. River, it can symbolize healing. You think about that. All right. Washing away emotional burdens and grief, guilt, past experience, almost like a baptism, right? Rivers can speak of things like time, because it's movement. It doesn't usually stop. All right. So it can't be stopped, can't be reversed. You're moving, you're going. I'm so happy. Look how excited I am for you. You're going, life's journey. Rivers can symbolize emotions because the river can be still. It doesn't mean that there's no movement whatsoever, but it can be still and calm and peaceful, but then really turbulent, right? Since the river is, a river is a body of water, waters in the Tarot symbolizes our emotions, right? So feelings are moving, changing, maybe needing expression. We have multiple readings on expressing those emotions, right? And also it can symbolize things like communication, right? Because it's movement, it's energy moving, all right, between places and people and things like that. Also spiritual awakenings. There's lots of things that take place at the river. Lots of different practices will do things at the river. All right, not just baptisms, but people who do other rituals and other things, at the river. So spiritual awakenings and things. All right, you're following the call of your soul and intuition to guide you. Oh my gosh. But the rivers usually lead to what? A larger body of water. All right. So think of the Six of Swords. And that's that going on a journey, moving from a place that no longer serves you, so darker waters, onto calmer, peaceful, brighter waters. Think of the river leading you into that bigger body of water, right? That transition into a bigger, better, healthier life for you. And bigger doesn't mean, like, I don't know, in a pomp and circumstance, but something so much more better for you. All right. Bigger in abundance, bigger in joy, in peace. All right. You've had some growth and you're transitioning on into something bigger, something better. Boy, this is a beautiful card to just fall out of the deck. The river. So this to me says that you're on a journey to something bigger, something better. It does speak of emotions, all right, and even intuition. The Queen of Cups. Cups is our emotions, right? She's very intuitive. She has this knowing, this insight knowing, right? Part of her intuition to me, what makes her emotionally sound and mature in her emotions, because she has so much intuition about what is unspoken, but what is, right? But emotions that need to be expressed, need to get out, or that's even just changing, right? Rooted in Rising has dealt with some things in the past, but moving into a different connection, so emotions are changing. It's beautiful, right? Things are transitioning. You're going down the river into the bigger body of water. You're not staying still. You're on a journey, all right? And on a journey transitioning into something that brings abundance. Abundance is overall, that Ten of Cups energy, joy, in every aspect, all right? Changing in every aspect. Again, these are love connections when you're coming together in divine partnership. These are love connections where you can't stay stagnant, all right? Where you're meant to build and grow together, and you can't help but do anything but move, all right? In every way, all right? In joy, in peace, in wealth, in prosperity, in love, in community, there's movement, all right? Okay, let's see what we get next. We can clarify this with a tarot or even a different oracle deck. But, well, we could do this one right now, I guess so. But we will still get another card. That one just slid out. And it was a nice little peaceful slide. Like, here you go. And it was just so beautiful. It's getting caught on the netting. It's this one. The bottom. I'm doing it. It's going to fall out like, you're going to pull this. Because I was like, no, let me shuffle. But no. Wealthy man. Ambition, opportunities, calculated risk. All right. Now, again, we're not saying this is a man, because again, we're talking about Tarot and Oracle. Masculine energy, though. Wealthy man will signify wealthy energy. You can think very King of Pentacles, okay? Somebody very stable in their energy, stable in their finances, stable in their growth, mature, likes the slow growth, likes, to invest time, energy in things that are worthy and then really build over time. A very stable, grounded, secure energy. So once that in partnership, that's a building energy. That's what our wealthy man will symbolize. Very King of Pentacles energy. So this masculine energy here, you're on a journey. Oh, that's so beautiful on the river. All right. Going down that river, down that journey, twists and turns and peaceful waters and turbulence. The turbulence really gets you moving, shake some things up and out and off because we don't need this. Let me shake you up a bit, shake this boat up, get rid of that nonsense. And all right, peaceful waters until we're going to get you on into something big. All right, true abundance. So this looks like the river is, speaking of a King of Pentacle type energy, wealthy man, masculine energy. All right, wealth is just not finances. Yes, means finances, stable in that, but it doesn't mean just finances, okay? But a very stable, grounded, mature energy. Mature does not mean age. Again, plenty of 50 and 60-year-old babies running around here, okay? But a mature and stable energy, all right? Ambition, opportunities, calculated risks. That's what the river is taking you to. All right, so whatever your goals are, your ambitions, because again, rooted in rising, you're not a let's stand still kind of energy. You're not a I want to be stagnant. You have things that you really desire, that you want to build towards, that you want to grow towards, that you want to make happen or see happen. All right, and even if your major goals is to really have a really genuine connection in even building a family, that's still building a unit. You're building your own community. So even if that's what it is, and you know, that's still what you want. That's your ambition. That's your goals. All right. Build a stable foundation in a family, which is your community. All right. Your primary community is your family. Right. And if that's the energy you want to build and pour into, and that's your ambition, that is an ambition, but it's a family and other things. All right. But this is what the river is taking you to. All right, your ambition and your drive for whatever that is, the river is like, all right, let's go. And the river can even symbolize your ambition and your drive, and it's getting you there. All right, it's getting you to that bigger body of water, which is where your opportunities are. All right, leading you to those opportunities. It's bringing you there. All right. Bringing you there. Distant horizons. That's beautiful. That was the next bottom card. Distant horizons, wanderlust, voyages, new adventures. That's where you're on your way to. That's going to join wealthy man. Again, we're not talking about gender energies. So that's a beautiful card. Beautiful card to start off with. Apparently we have to go here with this tarot right away. They really want to focus on that river. And the thing on the bottom of this card is the Queen of Stones, which is the Queen of Pentacles. And this is very King of Pentacles energy. And the Queen of Pentacles will kind of be the feminine aspect of that. All right. I love it. All right. So I'm still going to shuffle, but this energy, you know, it's like this is the match. The Queen of Stones is like the match here. And that's still a very grounded energy. All right. It's the counterpart again to the King of Pentacles. That's what this card is kind of representing, the masculine. And this is the bottom card, Queen of Stones or Queen of Pentacles. Look at Mama Bear here. Bear. All right. Is the feminine aspect of that. You know, still very grounded and dependable, but very nurturing. Also, kind of like the Queen of Cups, very emotionally stable, because Earth energy is a very stable, grounded energy as a whole, loyal, dependable, committed. All right. This energy creates security in a home foundation. Okay. So she's going to build her home. All right. She's someone who can cultivate for the long term because she's an energy. She's a pentacle energy. She's an energy that's going to want something for the long term as well. All right. All right. Let's see what is going to clarify this river, this wealthy man, and distant horizons from this particular tarot. Beautiful. Oh, I just won. I love it. Number 4 in the major arcana. I'm just looking, just thinking if I should pull this one too. I like that one too. The shaman, or in the traditional tarot, the magician. All right. Yes. Look, it just clicked like, yes, I love it. Both of those. The magician is number 1 in the, I'm sorry, number 1 in the major arcana is the magician. But what came out is the shaman, not the shaman, God. I just got excited for whatever reason. Okay, so the green man, and I know it's not like what is that? The green man in the regular tarot, and you can also tell by the numbers for people who are learning too. See this number 4? That's why I'm saying number 4 in the major arcana for people who know that number 4 in the major arcana is the Emperor. The major arcana is like see the Pentacles, Cups, you know, Swords. Pentacles, Cups, and the Swords and the Wands are like your suits. Think of a deck of cards, right? And then think of the major arcana as like, you know, those other bigger cards, all right? So the things that will say Emperor, Empress, and Magician, the Fool, the Hermit, that's your major arcana. They're represented by numbers. They go in a number sequence with the world being at the end because the cycle is completed with the world, right? So number 4 in the major arcana is the green man. That's the Emperor. And since this kind of the wealthy man came out, which is very King of Pentacles energy and distant horizons and the river, I was just laughing because shaman was on the bottom and it was just looked at me like you should get that as well. The shaman is number 1 in the can you see it? Number 1, I really hope you can see it. It's kind of iridescent, but these cards are so pretty. They're so bright and colorful. I know like sometimes on the camera you won't be able to see it. The shaman is number 1. Well, number 1 is the magician. All right. And the river is bringing you to all these different opportunities. The wealthy man says, you know, opportunities, calculated risks, distant horizons, wanderlust. That's where the river is leading you to. The emperor takes the lead, right? The emperor is a leader. Masculine energy. But, you know, which one is the green man? All right. Energy, but it's kind of like King of Pentacles on steroids, right? Very dependable, takes responsibility as a leader, establishes boundaries, builds solid foundations, right? Can even represent a father figure, a spouse, business owners, people who are just embodied, mature and protective and very decisive energy. An emperor is a protector as well, right? So people who are in leadership, you know, they love discipline, protection, you know, very authoritative, so authority, and also building things that last. You know, they believe in structures and solid foundations and doing things the right way, things being done the right way, protocols. Think of that. So this is definitely leadership energy. It's beautiful. All right. Very speaking so much to the masculine energy. But what I think about also with the emperor is that the emperor builds. All right. He's a builder. He builds, whether, again, like I said, whether it's just a family structure, the emperor, yeah, it represents a father figure, but because the emperor builds. All right. He builds foundations, and he, as in the energy of the cards, right? The emperor builds foundations. Things, you know, so think of the foundation of a house. You need that to be able, the house needs it to be stable, right? The emperor brings that and builds it, all right? That's the emperor is the foundation and builds foundations. Wherever the river is leading, all right, this emperor energy is going to build something, all right? The emperor is going to take control and take the lead and build something and make it grow. All right, with these calculated risks and opportunity. And the emperor is going to take the opportunity, you know, and which, you know, involves some risk, but not just, you know, King of Pentacle energy is not going to be doing anything outlandish. You're going to think about it first. All right, and the emperor is going to take the lead and build it. And between the emperor and King of Pentacle energies, they're going to build it and grow it. But remember, you had at the bottom, when I talked about the bear, the Queen of Pentacles was on the bottom initially, right? She's going to nurture it, you know. Our nurturer develops it. All right. She babies it. Come on, let me hold you, baby. Let me cuddle, let me burp you. All right. So she's going to nurture it. The energy of the card, okay? That energy is going to nurture it. So all the little things in there, and the encouragement, all right? And helping out in the way that that energy will help out. But the magician, the shaman, we're not leaving that out. I just was like happy about it because I'm like, wow. The magician is something, it's a card that speaks very strongly of manifesting things. So your own abilities and your own gifts and your own efforts manifest a result. That's what the magician speaks about. It's a masculine energy as well. All right, this is a very masculine heavy read. This is a masculine card. But again, it's about manifestation, personal power. So all those innate things, when we use that money manifestation deck, all right, those jars are about what is innate in you already. So yeah, your skill, resourcefulness, focused intention, all right, turning potential into reality. That's the shaman or the magician. I'm laughing because we're in Mercury retrograde, and this card is ruled by Mercury. So this is someone who has the ability to, through their own innate skills, will, talent, communication, their own actions, they can manifest a result. All right, they can use their own innate gifts and bring tangible results. All right, they can, and this is also opportunity. All right, new beginnings, opportunity, creativity. I was looking for that card. Yeah, again, because you're on an adventure. You're taking the opportunities in this card. All right, in the adventure of the river, because the river's taking you on a voyage. Which way? Look which way. All right, and you're manifesting something. Because the river, it leads to something bigger. Right, and it does, if you're manifesting something, it's not just stopping. The river is bringing you on to something bigger. It's beautiful. And I'm laughing. I was almost shocking the hell out of me because I just looked over. And this card goes, spark of life. The river leads to bigger bodies of water, is taking you to something bigger. And I looked over, the card says spark of life. And like, oh, what card is that? The Ace of Bows, which is the Ace of Wands, and Ace of Wands is the beginning and the start of a new life. This is going to be a shorter read today because I don't think we're going to pull anything else. And for those like, what is she talking about? This was on the bottom. I just looked over because I'm like, oh, the river is bringing you to something bigger. This was on the bottom deck. This was on the shaking it around. Anyway, what was I saying? This is on the bottom of the deck, the tarot deck. The Ace of Wands, and I love the card, Spark of Life. I love the card because, again, Ace of Wands is a new life. That's where the river is taking you. So ultimately, this energy, this King of Pentacle energy, all right, is on a voyage, on a trip here, and using their own innate skills with the shaman here, the magician, own innate skills, abilities, creativity, knowledge, intelligence, efforts, and taking the risks, calculated ones, wise ones, right? Going to the opportunities that are in the distant horizons, which is a new adventure voyage. All right. And operating in the Green Man, which is the Emperor, as a leader and taking authority and control in it. Building a foundation wherever they're going into the bigger waters that the river's leading you to, which is the Ace of Bows, Spark of Life, Ace of Wands, which is the beginning of a new life. I'm just so excited because past readings has mentioned, mentioned, you know, kind of about getting through all this difficulty, you know, and like, you know, the new life starting or the new connection and the new love. But I like how this kind of confirms, you know, how the river is taking you there. It seems as if, especially with the death card coming out in the maybe second to last reading, that this transition as a whole, the river is a transition. It's just leading you to something bigger and better. And you probably have, you might have already experienced some of that. I love it. You might have already experienced some of that. All right. New life as a whole. New start as a whole. New opportunities, new love, new, oh, this is just so beautiful. Again, it's like a new everything. New spark, new ignition, you know, I'm not going to look through it. It's text to find it. But does this one do it? It's kind of at the end. I don't know if you can see it that good because how the card is. But the bow is going into like this log and there's like a fire. And I guess, you know how some, like the bow is like starting the fire. It's igniting the fire. I think you can see it. There you go. All right. And it's like a new passion or calling, the beginning of something new, right? The awakening, the inspiration, the spark, like, ooh, you know. But since you're transitioning into all these things and going on distant horizons and voyages in your life by the river, and you've taken control and authority in building foundations, and you took control and authority of the past energy that you left, but you took the authority and the leadership and what the emperor builds, all right? You took that and you're putting all of this stuff into play with the King of Pentacles, right? These opportunities. And you're going on something new. It's beautiful. All right. It's beautiful. New life as a whole, all right? New beginnings. It can even signify passion. Yes, a spark of passion. Like, ooh, la la. So it's not even without romance is in there. It is wand energy, or this for this deck, bows, but just creativity, potential. It's the first spark before something grows into something bigger journey. So that's why it represents a new life, a new start. All right, our aces represent those new beginnings, new opportunities. All right, and we know the opportunities is coming because that's what this card said. And the river leads into something bigger. The river, the journey that you're on, it leads onto something bigger, just like that Six of Swords card where they're on the boat and she's being ferried into calmer water. All right, better, brighter water, leading into something better, something bigger. All right, this is as a whole. This is not just love. I don't know why I want to keep pull from this deck. Oh, all right, one more from this deck and we'll do this one other deck here. And we'll see. Oh my Lord. The next card. You're getting all these aces here. At the bottom of wow. And like I can just pull and just keep going with you all. Ace of Stones, which is the Ace of Stones, which is the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Bows is like the ignition, the start of a new life. Ace of Pentacles. And I like how the card says the foundation of life. Stones is our earth energy. It's stable energy. But so this is the beginning, the spark, the fire, the beginning of a new life, that ignition, you know, the thing that lights it, right? With the fire energy. And then this is the tangible, right? It's in the physical, the tangible. But this is a new start, the start of a spark of something new and fiery and creative, even in love. All right? The ignition, the drive to move towards it, right? And this is that tangible, stable energy, the Ace of Stones. Just making sure I had the right one up here. And that's a new beginning in the physical world, an actual new physical beginning. All right, towards prosperity, towards like health, security, something real or tangible taking root overall, even in love. Yes, something real. All right. So this is like a firm foundation. Get that manifesting energy through the shaman or the magician. Right? Manifestation that's tangible. New opportunities in career, finances, homes, relationships. Growth that, you know, if you nurture it, is lasting. All right, something real. So you're not just on a new fiery, which one is this? A fiery start and it dies. Ignition. No, this spark is long lasting and tangible and real. You're on the way to something real. And I was laughing because even the Knight of Stones, Knight of Pentacles, it's like, I was like, I could just keep going. The Nine of Pentacles. All right, yeah. The Nine of Pentacles. Make sure that doesn't time out. The Nine of Pentacles was next in the deck, and I love it. And this card says Nine of Pentacles tradition. But typically it's associated with independence because it's our pentacle energy. So it's like an independent card. Somebody's financially independent, but even just independent. All right. Again, there's a lot in other readings that indicated there was some, you know, turbulence in a previous connection that, you know, was ending or has for some already ended. All right. So this kind of, to me, is reinforcing independence. So I don't know if it's reinforcing that you've established independence, but it can also represent being self-sufficient. It represents confidence, but even enjoying the rewards of your hard work. All right. Living well. That's a good card because you're successful. This card typically represents being a success. All right. Something you worked and cultivated, all right, which we know you're doing that because we have the shaman here, the magician, where you're using and taking your own efforts and your own abilities and you're putting it to work on your new voyage here. You're putting all of that energy to work, you know, calculated risk, opportunities came about, you know, Emperor's taking control and leading, and, you know, he's putting those opportunities in order. You know, King of Pentacles is long-term and building it and making decisions, you know, that are wise, you know, that will lead to this Nine of Pentacles where I'm at. Or, okay, Nine of Stones or Nine of Pentacles, which is financial independence and independence as a whole, self-sufficiency, being stable and abundant and confident, even enjoying the rewards of your hard work and your, you know, magician energy, what you put in and manifested. Accomplishments, right? Enjoying, yeah. So confidence, enjoying the fruits of your labor. So it's not necessarily that you're independently doing it, but it is a card highly associated with independence because people say, oh, independence, but usually financial independence, and sometimes it represents when you're independent, when you are a stable energy on your own. All right. So when you are not connected to someone else at the moment. So if we're talking about what you all might have came out of, it's signifying that that's finished and over, that you're independent as well. All right, it's not looking like you're going to stay that way, but this is kind of symbolizing, you know, accomplishment and success and confidence. Again, those that manifestation energy with the position, you're using your skills and all of these opportunities that are on your way. The river is taking you on up and through, and then leading you on into something bigger. You know, you're successful. But previous readings have also let us know that something was ending. Again, it doesn't mean it's ended already for some. Some it's still unfolding, but some of you it's ended. All right. Some of you is ended. Doesn't mean that you're, you know, doing life alone, but that's what that card can represent. A lot of people will associate, oh, independence. All right. So double meaning, financial independence, self-worth, accomplishment, you know, success. Yeah, you're moving into community, friends, support, being understood. All right. You're not dealing anymore. My honors. I love that. You're not dealing with energy. You still got that. I covered it like, no. Because the bottom is this one. That's chaser, pursuit, lack of boundaries, pushing partner away. So it's kind of like, it's that energy that you still got somebody that don't want to let you go. So I'm going to confirm that Nine of Stones or Nine of Pentacles, that card of independence, establishing. It looks like you established your independence, because otherwise you wouldn't have that chasing you. All right, but you're moving into community, friends, being understood, supported. I talked the last reading about the soul connections and soul families. So for those who have left partnerships, you're, you know, moving into a partnership that is equal give and take, you know, that is mutual and understanding, you know, and that actually wants to get to know you and love you for you. All right, and you guys heal and grow together. That's you're moving into. But also, if there was people who also had to, you know, leave family behind, you're moving into what's called your soul family. You're moving into a different community where you will be understood and supported, you know, socially, but even for those who collaborate and deal with other people as a whole. This is a whole new life. All right, that spark. That, you know, the fire is like your life force. That's why it means life. You know, the spark, life is created. The, you know, whole new life, again, it's not just romantic. It's not just one area. This is everything. All right. All right. So you didn't got rid of this energy here. All right. Even my, it's like, spirit is like, no. And you're moving on to somebody who's going to actually support you emotionally and in every way. All right, I'm just going to do one more from this deck. And in every way. Oh, yeah, that's what's sticking out. Main female. Lover, femininity, main focus of attention. So, although you may, yeah. Oh. Let's clarify that since it's flipped on the bottom. Toil and labor, manual, low wage, monotonous obligation. We'll clarify this. Feminine energy, especially since this was on the bottom. And it's okay for spirit to remind us either what we're headed to or what we're leaving. Sometimes they like to give you the contrast so you can see. All right, what you're headed into as opposed to what you left, you know. So if you choose what you left and going back to that kind of energy, all right, it's, you know, you made that decision knowing that you had something that was coming better as a whole overall in life. So we'll clarify main, female, chaser, toil and labor. And then it won't be too much long to find. That's what that's about. Oh, Jesus. This, oh, spirit just tickles me so. This is not past energy chasing you. You've established independence with this Nine of Pentacles. That's what it's clarifying. Even though, again, Nine of Pentacles is independence in like financial success, again, being your accomplishment and, you know, what you put the work in for enjoying it, but it also is a major card of being independent. So you've established the single life. And I'm going to tell you about these two cards. They're going to be laugh like for real. Chaser, pursuit. All right. We can get rid of lack of boundaries and push your partner away. The toil and labor. And this is the main female. And you established independence, but you're not meant to be. I think there's some mental anguish and some heartache there. Toil and labor. And I can define just this card alone because of the lack of pursuit, this main female. And then undefined. You're sharing energy, time, and maybe even intimacy, but no one's naming what this is. If you feel uncertain, it's because the foundation is unclear. She's undefined. Because there's a need to do what? Chase. And make a move. Okay. Swipe, speak, show up, whatever your move is. Now's the time to make it. Waiting won't align you. Action will. All right. Oh, Lord. I'm going to set that to see if that is just, you know, what some, you know, the heaviness, some emotional baggage maybe that may be left over. Or just, you know, just what's carried because, you know, the move has not been made towards this main female. That can carry its own emotions as well. But all in all, Spirit is saying you're not meant to do this alone. This river is not meant to take you. All right. It's not meant to take you to this new life through this Ace of Wands. All right. Building something real in the tangible with the Ace of Stones and long lasting. You're not meant to do it alone. All right. This is the Emperor. Emperor takes lead, takes control. All right. And goes for what he wants. All right. Wealthy man is King of Pentacle energy. He's also very stable as well. Very confident. So things can't be left undefined. All right. Because you need to make a move. All right. Towards the main female. Pursue. All right. Because community and being understood awaits you. It's not like before. And they don't want you traveling and doing this alone. You weren't meant to. Let's see what the toil and labor is about. I kind of figure what it's about, though. It may not be about. I'm just going to be quiet on what I think it is. But let's clarify toil and labor. I'm going to use a different deck. I don't know why I picked this one up. But we'll see. Since I picked it up, we'll see what it has to say. And then we're going to close it on out. Ooh, yeah. Well, tell us how you really feel, Spirit. This toil and labor is clarified with unspoken feelings. All right. You're not imagining the undercurrent. There's an emotional charge here that no one's fully naming. It is reiterating, undefined, make a move. Toil and labor is because it's unspoken. Emotional turmoil, you know. Not moving towards this main female. That's what toil and labor is about. The unspoken feelings is causing some turmoil. The best way to get rid of the turmoil, I'm laughing at the bottom, platonic passion. Oh, Jesus. You didn't see it coming, but your heart is waking up to something deeper. The line between friend and lover is starting to get blurred. Yeah, they want you to make the move. They saying you already know what it is, and you already know who this is. It's a lot of toil and labor because there's some sort of platonic passion that the feelings are unspoken on, and it's undefined, and you should make a move instead of being quiet. They want to address that because there's a whole new life starting. Independence was established with that 9 of Pentacles, all right? And they don't, Spirit is saying you're not doing this alone. You're not going to go on this voyage, this journey of life alone. And if there's any reservations in pursuing, all right, this main female, drop them because it's true support and friendship. All right. True support and friendship. We can see what this deck has to say, and then we will close out. I'm trying to think. One of these decks has encouraging words. All right. And when I looked at them, I just cannot get away from this. My God. Unsent text. A message was typed with intention, then deleted out of fear. The silence says more than the words would have. Just go ahead and speak. Once again, you are not being paired with an energy that does not understand. The energy mirrors you and understands what you've gone through, understands whatever you need to explain. We listen and we don't judge. So for it's not just a saying, your divine connection really is not going to touch you. They're here to listen. They're here to take it in. They're here to, you know, if there's something that needs to be said, if there's water that needs to be, you know, bridges that need to be cleared or whatever, whatever that saying goes, where maybe apologies need to be made, maybe explanations need to be given. You're not with an energy that doesn't understand, okay? Outside energy, that's the energy you can tell to, you know, mind the business. My mind was saying something else. I'm like, is that appropriate? It's none of your business. I don't know what's with me in old songs. Is that Salt and Pepper? Who does that? None of your business. The words are kind of, why do I know this? Because I'd have been really little when that came out. If I want to take a guy home at midnight, it's none of your business. If she, well, what is it? What is something? Well, I'm not going to say what if she want to do. It's none of your business. None of their business. All right, y'all. You talk about it. Y'all talk about it because you're going to have to make the move and talk about it, all right? And then y'all discuss on whatever moves need to be. You're going to have an energy that understands. If slowness is needed, then slowness is needed. If, you know, I'm going to tell you something anyway. That to me, out of all the things that Rudy and Russell seems to have gone through, this next connection, y'all going to have to keep it a secret. I'm not saying be a secret. I'm just saying it's none of your business. Go look that song up. You're going to have to just be very, you know, private. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? Everything ain't anybody's business anyway. You're grown. You live your life, do what you do. Cultivate this in private. Get all the noise and the voices on what you shouldn't do, what something should and shouldn't be or look like, or what is it, who is she, who is he, when did this happen? Oh my God, get it out of the way. You just cut it on off by you two communicating and cultivating things on your own. And then you don't let the world know anything is defined until it's the time to let people know that something's defined, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that at all. All right. You probably can actually cultivate your relationship because it'll be a lot peaceful, right? People in your business, right? Just decide that, all right? Secret is different than private. Secret is I'm keeping you a secret, which isn't right at all. All right. And private is it's none of your business. And I put a boundary here and I wish you would cross it. Cross it and see what happens. All right. Okay. Cultivate. It ain't everybody's business. You ain't got to bring everybody out in the open, and everybody don't need to know all your business. It ain't none of their business. Do what y'all do and cultivate something real in private. All right. Because it looks like past readings shows a lot of noise. A lot of noise. All right. And you don't need that. If this is a real connection, this is divinely or especially last reading or so, we got a twin flame. Twin flame connections are very strong and magnetic, but they are mirrored connections. That's why you two may mirror each other in circumstances of things you've been through, but they are lessons. They are hard connections, as in they come together very roughly. I'm seriously not easy. Okay, they do. You have a need to maybe cultivate in private. All right, private is different than secret. All of your business ain't everybody's. It means make on the third day. Don't take them to meet all of your family. I don't know. And sometimes with your family, you got to be, it's none of your business. Even them, none of you. I'm grown. None of your business. When there's something to tell, I'll tell you. Okay. And if they're dissatisfied with that answer, they just have to be dissatisfied until there's something to tell. Until it's the appropriate time. All right. Because you may need to move slower. All right. And just cultivate it in private. Everything is in everybody's business. All right. You may, of course, people who are in a close circle that you can trust, that's drama free, may know, and you get to know them and cultivate with them, and that's different. But everybody else, if they can't keep it to themselves and they want to tell the world, then you guys keep it to yourselves, okay? This is the card. This was on the bottom, and I was laughing because you couldn't, because it just couldn't get out of this unsent text, make a move, undefined. But the card that came out was trusted friend, and that is mirroring community. All right, this is your connection. All right, there's no mask here, just the rare kind of connection where someone can be 100% real. So all of this unspoken, undefined, you can get out of your head about that. This is a trusted friend. This is somebody who's going to understand your explanations and going to want to hear them. Understand truly how you feel. It's not saying that, expressing feelings are easy. But you have a trusted friend. They're there to listen. All right. They're there to listen, not judge, take it in it. And 9 times out of 10, they can already understand. This is not whatever you want to say about how you feel. It's reciprocated. And then whatever you need to explain, it's not going to be any surprise. It's like, oh, okay, is that all? All right. Where do we go from here? All right. Is that all you needed to explain? Okay. Now, where do we go from here? Okay. Boom, done. All right. Okay, let's close it. I don't want to put it because that might give me something else. I can look. Not that I don't want to explain it. I'm long-winded. Like that might give me something else. But I was looking at it earlier. Let's see what this deck has to say to close. It's a cute little oracle deck. We've used it one other time before, but I like it because it has to do with like nature and things like that. And it's pretty to me. And I love it. So let's close with one of these cards. All right. It's truly close. I'm excited for you guys. The river's taking you on, and that's I didn't do that. Rivers. Well, let's. Oh my God. Okay, let me do this first. I'm excited. All right. Good energy. All right. Good energy. Oh God, y'all getting everything. Oh, you have 3 cards. All right. Hold on. It was so tend. Let me put these ones back in here. God damn it. Salt. more than one. You reap what you sow. We all know, have heard that. You don't have to be something, a specific religion. I've heard that. This is an older deck too. This is my first oracle deck. These are beautiful. So that's planning, setting intentions, optimism. Plant the seed. All right. Open your mouth about this platonic passion. It means you know who this person is because they're a trusted friend. All right. Whatever you have to say, it's not going to surprise them. And they're going to just say, all right, well, let's move forward. Okay? Down the river. Down by the riverside. So, planning, setting intentions, optimism. So, all right? Plant the seed. And to me, the seed is already been planted. All right, it's already been planted. But set intentions. That means, you know, setting intentions is how you want things to play out. All right. What's my intention here? Set them. Set good ones. All right. Make plans. You obviously need to because you're on a journey. All right. So I don't think I showed you the card. All right. Make plans, set intentions to where you want to go in life and in whatever you're building and wherever this river is taking you on into something bigger. I didn't want that to happen. I have to click on this thing. I'm not making okay. All right. I like this one. You don't sow, but you also tend, maintenance, encouragement, guidance. So you not only should sow the seed, you should tend to the garden and take care of it, nurture it. That nurturing energy. The Queen of Pentacles was on the bottom at one point, and she's the match to this wealthy man energy, which is the King of Pentacles. She nurtures and she grows. All right. She tends to her home, tends to her garden. She takes care of things. She energy is like the card. That's what I'm talking about. Not she. All right. She, the card, the energy is feminine energy. All right. So that's plant and tend to it. All right. Plant, set your intentions, make your plans. That's building energy. That's hold on one second. That's building energy, as I was saying, which is very Emperor energy. All right. And then the tend to is very like the Queen of Pentacles. Nurturing energy, taking care of it, you know, just tending to it, taking care of it, making sure it grows, maintaining it, giving it proper care. All right. But then you also got salt, which is protection, banishing negativity. And that can just be any past energies. Yes. But also negative thoughts. Okay. Setting your intentions means you're intending something great to happen, and you are keeping your thoughts positive. All right. So salt, flavor, right? And then you guys are busy as a bee. Community, cooperation, and sweetness. This is still just one. We know the bee is a worker card. You guys are building your work and you're growing. But once again, it's reiterating this trusted friend energy. And it's reiterating also this community energy. All right. You guys are not moving into anything like before, where honestly the energy was just so nasty. All right. So cold. All right. So very cold and nasty, and so very, I don't know, just very cold, very nasty. All right. Very, I hate to use that word. So just almost kind of wicked, just very nasty. All right. That's not this energy. You're moving in as a whole, romantically, friendship, business-wise, community, as a whole, you are moving into energies that bring sweetness. Very energy like Oshun or Osun, however you say it. And Osun is, you know, that's part of, represents her to the bees, because she has a honey pot, and she's known for sweetness as well. All right, she's known to be a sweet energy, you know, and she's also over the rivers, the sweet waters. The rivers is a sweet water, fresh waters, right? But again, this is about community, cooperation, and sweetness. You're not going in any bitter, nasty, cold energy that will starve you emotionally and maybe throw you little pebbles when they need something from you, or they're using it as a weapon, using it to gaslight or control you. This is best friend energy, trusted friend energy. All right, being understood, as in you wanting to know who you are and understand you and learn you, right? Because they really want to be with you. All right, the good and the bad. Okay, so we will close with that. All right, once again, you are the sound my dog, just, I don't know. You're headed down the river. All right, into a new journey and transitioning into a new life, new journey, new start. All right, into something bigger, because that's where the river ends, goes into a bigger, deeper water, but you're going on a journey. All right, because you have ambition. All right, and the opportunities that come with that ambition, all right, you're going to take control of with, I got cards everywhere with this, the green man or the emperor energy. All right, and build something with it. Something, you know, you're going to organize it, build something with it, manifest something great with the shaman energy or the magician card. All right. All right. And you're going into that new life. Even all of this is bringing you a new life. In finances, in career, in opportunity, community, a new tangible life. All right. All in all, though, there is still some toil and labor. There is still some emotional turmoil. All right. Because there's an unsent message. All right. To the main female that has gone undefined. All right. You know who it is, because it's platonic passion. Something has developed there, but it's not spoken, because there's a move that needs to be made. All right, because you've established with the 9 of stones or 9 of pentacles your independence. So you can do all these things, and it's fine. Whatever you need to express. This is trusted friend energy. They're going to understand. They're not going to be surprised, because this is twin flame energy. They've gone through it with you, just in their own situation. And it's just, how do we move forward? Where do we go from here? Again, I think you have a need, once again, to do this in private. All right. And then you can start this wanderlust, this new distant horizon voyage together and not separately. In community energy, that is your divine partnership and other partnerships, because you're not meant to do it alone. So you need to go ahead and pursue. Okay. Set your intentions. Keep your mind clear, your mind good. Keep planning. All right. And sow seeds, which you're already doing, because you're going on that voyage, on that trip down that river into something bigger. All right, the river is like the seed that you planted, because the river is taking you on along the way. You got opportunities and growth and community, and you're meeting people all along the way, planting the seeds, and you're tending to the garden because you planted it, and maintaining it all along the way. All right. And all along the way. Yeah. And when you get to that bigger water, all right, all of those things have turned into something bigger or better opportunities, or wherever you decide to land. All right. But you have to keep negativity away. Banish negativity. Because once again, you're on into sweetness, community, cooperation, and sweetness. That's cooperation in your divine romantic partnership. They're going to work with you. They're not going to fight you. You're going to work together. All right, cooperation in, if you are in business networkings, cooperation in the community, cooperation, again, fellowshipping with other, wherever you go. Community, cooperation, sweetness. That's what's following you. All right. Okay, rooted and rising. I'm excited for you all. Okay, this is understanding energy. And the only one that has to understand you, all right, is your divine connection. All right. So don't leave it undefined. They understand. All right, and all this other stuff, we all can work that out. All right, it's silly. It's trivial. All right. None of your business. That's what you need to tell people. All right. It's none of your business until it's time. Okay. All right. As always, stay rooted, stay rising, and aligned with all the divine gifts ahead.